Welcome back to the Encore Club Podcast, season two, and it's been a huge season 2 so far, and today is no different. I'm joined by 2 guests today. Really lucky to have them join me. I have Matt and Cameron from Your Favorite Color. Guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Will. We're excited.
No problem at all. Before we kind of get into it, let me kind of, for anyone who doesn't know, let me kind of give you a little insight into Matt and Cameron and their amazing band, Your Favorite Color. So Matt, you are lead vocalist, and Cameron, bass player for the band. It's an indie alt rock band from Huntington Beach, California, fusing hyper alternative rock energy with kind of nostalgic shimmers of 80s dream pop. Does that fairly sum you guys up, do you reckon?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's as close as close as it would get right now.
Amazing. And not to miss out on the other band members who aren't here today, I'll give them a quick mention. We have Nikki on keys, and Foz on drums, and David on guitar. And you guys kind of evolved your friendship on the Californian coast, and are now, well, I would say lifelong, but we're early days yet, but
Yeah.
long time collaborators. So this is exciting for me because I love meeting bands on the rise as well. And you guys have had a quite a meteoric couple of years, if you don't mind me saying. So yeah, guys, how's everything going anyway? How's your day been so far?
Oh, it's been good. Last night, Cameron and I had a late writing session, which was great. And then, we just woke up, got the coffee going, checking the waves. We are ready to go hit some surfing after this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely still at it from with our roots and how we all met through the ocean surfing.
Nice. I was going to ask, is it kind of like a surf community that you guys grew up in amongst? So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And you guys, you've got quite a big kind of monthly listening following on Spotify. You know, like peaking over 20k listeners a month, which is huge. So congratulations. How does it feel, kind of looking at those numbers and being like, okay, wow, we're here. Like, this is where we're at.
Well, it's an interesting thing. I think, like, for me, when the band started, it was really easy to get quite enveloped with how many people are listening to your music, and it was easy to also like build validation of myself off numbers. And it's like, oh, if we're having a good streaming day, it was easy to feel good about myself. But if we had a bad one, it was easy to feel bad about myself. So I think over the years, I've had to kind of disconnect from the numbers a bit. I mean, of course, we are so grateful and happy for everyone who has come and found us, and we cherish them 100%. But I think for me, it's been important to be happy about it, but also, keep it a little bit at bay for how much I value myself based on the numbers. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. 100%. 100%.
Because you'll get like I said, you'll get big rises in numbers, and yeah, it's just easy. I remember, like, way back in the day, I can't remember who said this. It might have been some like spiritual guru on YouTube or something, or just something I was thinking about on my own. But I learned at some point to not try to take positivity what's the word, like when people just give you like positive affirmations. Yeah, like positive validations, positive affirmations. Like, there was a point in my life where I realized, like, oh, I can be happy about that and be grateful for that. But if I value too much off the positivity, then that means I'm going to value the negativity just as much. And so it was important for me, and music and numbers was kind of my avenue to learning that for myself, and ultimately try to find validation elsewhere and ultimate focus elsewhere, you know?
Yeah. No, we're, as a podcast, I say we because I normally have a co-host. Unfortunately, Josh couldn't join us today. He is ill at the moment, so I'm really sorry about that. But you got me, and I created the podcast, and my baby first, so don't worry, you're in good hands. But we're on a kind of growth trajectory, probably a little bit similar to yours. We're 6 months in, and we're projected to get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube at the end of next month, which is really huge for a podcast.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry, tooting my own horn a little bit too much there.
That's good.
But what I meant to say is, like it's crazy when things blow up to like, it's hard not to get lost in the numbers a little bit, and it's good to ground yourself outside of that and find what is important to you as a musician to kind of make it worth it for you. So it's amazing to hear that you've already been able to separate the numbers from what's actually going on with your growth and the fact that you guys are killing it at the moment.
Thank you.
So no worries at all, guys. I've got a couple of kind of just personal background questions so that our audiences can maybe get to know you guys a little bit better, if that's cool.
Of course.
Matt, let's start with you. Take us back to the early days. What kind of first inspired you to start kind of making music and wanting to be in a band?
Well, it's definitely a long story, and I'll try not to make it too long. But so when I was born, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was I think back when I was like in the 11th grade, or no, not even the 11th grade. I think I was in like 9th grade or something. And my parents, through elementary school, were like trying to, they wanted to expose me to lots of things. My dad, taught me how to play lots of different sports growing up. And my mom has always had a very beautiful voice. And I think, and they wanted to get me into guitar lessons. So we had this private guitar instructor come over, and we would do our best to practice, but I always had a really hard time practicing. Like, I've always very ADHD brain, like very hard to do homework, very hard to practice at all. But one day, my parents took us to a concert, and we saw Young the Giant out in Utah, because I was born in Utah. That's where I was from. And after we seeing that show, after seeing Young the Giant play, like they kind of switched something in my mind to where on the ride home, I told my parents, like, that's what I want to do with my life. That's what I want to do when I grow up. And I just remember the bass like rattling my chest, and coincidentally Grouplove was opening up for them. And it's like, I don't know, in Utah, I didn't know a lot of people who listened to alternative music, and getting to coincidentally see Grouplove and Young the Giant play together when they're on their first records was like enough to paint a vision in my mind to want to become a musician and be like them. So blah, blah, blah. Later down the line, my mom got a job promotion that led her to move to California. So we moved out here, and I didn't know anybody, so I just was surfing every day, twice a day. And that's eventually when I met Cameron. And Cameron was such an awesome person to meet because he was so into music, and he had his own band. And one day, I only knew a few cover songs on the guitar, and I was hanging out with him and his band member, and I played like Hallelujah by like I actually don't even know the original artist of Hallelujah. I
think you're doing the Jeff Buckley
I like
version.
the Jeff Buckley version, which is a great version. But anyway, I'm like, so I kind of did this like like pseudo audition for them. Like I played that song for them, and like I don't know. I think they were like, okay, well, maybe he can play guitar. So I joined Cameron's band, and for the first time ever, it was easy for me to practice because we had a show coming up, and Cameron's like, "You got to learn these parts," and I'm like, "Well, all right, I can't mess this up." So that's the first time I learned to practice, and then yeah, from there it was history. We played more shows, and eventually Your Favorite Color was born, and yeah, we're kind of here. I mean, that's a very very long story, cut quite short, but I guess that's a good summary.
Well done for condensing it. Yeah. Also, Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah. It was Leonard Cohen, by the way, that did the original.
Cohen, right?
But yeah, it's a like the Buckley cover is far better in my opinion. So
I love
it's something
Leonard
that we
Cohen.
argue about on the podcast quite a lot. And,
Oh, really?
well, my co-host didn't know that it was Leonard Cohen either, and we had a guest on quite early, and we we had this huge debate about whose version is better, and I think
That's
hands
so
down
tough.
the Buckley version is
Yeah.
just it's too beautiful not to suggest that
Right.
that's the better. And Leonard Cohen's voice is a little bit like
Crazy.
not great for
Yeah.
the style of the song and everything.
I gotta go look for that after this and see if I've heard it before,
I bet you have.
and then we'll get the debates going on our end as well.
Yeah, you have to let me know what you guys
Yeah.
decide, whether it's Cohen or Buckley. But I think for me, I'm a firm. Like we have some games that we'll be playing with you in a little bit, and one of
Cool.
my answers for it is Buckley's version of Hallelujah, and you'll probably see why soon.
Yeah.
Cameron, let me ask you a question, mate.
Yeah.
What was the moment that you realised music could actually become your career?
Can you hear me on this mic pretty well?
I can't hear you that well, actually. You might have to. I don't know if you
Let
want
me
to.
see.
Do you want to use my mic?
Yeah, I can use your mic. Maybe. Wait,
You're all the way up.
Oh, I am. Oh, yeah. Here, is this better?
That's better. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Honestly, it was never. It was never a question in my head. Like I was just gonna do music no matter what. I don't
It's a
think.
good answer.
Yeah, I don't think. I didn't think like that, and I still don't. I'll do music till the day I die, I think, and so it's a blessing just to be doing it with friends that you've had forever. I really couldn't ask for more, and yeah, I think writing music is my output and to the world. Like everybody has some output, and if you don't, you should probably get an output. It could be anything, and that's mine. And obviously surfing and whatever else, but waking up in the morning, the first thing I want to do is write music. And sometimes I don't, sometimes it's hard, but like yeah, as for a career, like it's never been a question. I've never been a doubt, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think as a musician, that's a really like a really positive way to look at it and to go about your life, because some people can question themselves a little bit in that, and that can cause like hesitations and then a little bit of doubt. And I think going into it being like, yeah, no, this is what I want to do, this is who I am, is a really strong thing. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, my parents had to kind of drum that into me a little bit, and like I knew I wanted to do music or something within music my whole life.
Yeah.
But I think I had a lot of, especially growing up, like a lot of image issues and things like that. I was a proper little emo, so
For
like
sure.
I was very much like not vibing with myself sometimes, and it's
That's
it,
part. That's full part of it, though. That
100%.
yeah. That's that. I don't know, that reflection of you in your art. It's like, oh, I don't want to make it because it's gonna be this thing that's me, and it's like you got to be okay with yourself, and you got to just like actually just hit it on the head, just go full out, and just not care. That was really hard for me too, and like my parents did have a lot of say and just like coaching me along, just like this is what you want to do, like it's tough, it's hard, but you kind of stumble along, and then you realize, oh, I'm going actually now. Like it's just it's a weird feeling. like in high school, I just remember being like made fun of for like the music I listened to and like wanting to start a band or being in a band. And like I still see some people from high school or even grade school, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, just music still.
I'm in a band.
Yeah, I'm in a band.
Going well,
So,
by the way.
yeah. So it's all good, and yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, Matt, back to you, mate. When you guys are writing, where do you guys normally start? Do you go in with lyrics? Is it like we have a melody, or are we just going straight in with just like the music creation?
I think what we like to do best is pull up like Ableton, Logic, whatever DAW it be, and we'll usually just start by getting a good drum beat, like programming a good drum beat, and then playing either electronic bass, real bass, throw some keys in there, kind of get a little cauldron stirring of vibes, and as soon as something kind of feels like it's pulling an energy out of us or resonating with us, I'll usually just loop it for like 10 minutes, and I'll just close my eyes and I'll just sing and riff for like 10 minutes. And then usually after that, I can just go through and cut cut up the pieces that kind of stuck out to me, that felt the most hooky or evoked the most emotion, and then kind of structure the song out that way. I'm like, okay, this part feels the most catchy. That can be the chorus for now, and this can be the verse for now, and the pre-chorus for now. Maybe this is a bridge, and then from there, we just kind of dig in and really see what can we beat this? Can we beat this melody? Can we what type of lyrics sound like are being sung? And what can we do differently on the drums? And like, Nikki will jump in, Cameron, David, and everyone just starts putting their, real flavors in there to make the band what it is. So, yeah, the lyrics kind of come last a lot of the time. Lyrics have always not been the easiest thing for me to write, but over the years, I feel like I've been getting a lot better, and I think the band and Cameron is a huge help when it comes to the lyrics too. I think all of our lyrics are aiming to be quite intentional now. I think before, in our very, very early stuff, the lyrics kind of came a little bit more secondary, and I think the reason for that was because growing up I was listening to The Strokes, I was listening to Phoenix and Cage the Elephant, all those guys. And for me, like, I was so captivated just by the vibe and the energy of the music, and a lot of times I couldn't really even understand what they were saying. So when I came to write music, it wasn't quite as important to me as to exactly what's being said, as long as the feeling is there and maybe there's a few lines that could abstractly paint an image in your head. Because I don't know, I think the beauty of music for me sometimes is not having the song like hold your hand the whole way. Sometimes that's great. Sometimes you want just something to like really tell a vivid story, for sure. But I also love it when something's kind of abstract and maybe only one phrase of the song really speaks to you, but it speaks to you in a way that you can apply it to your own life and create this beautiful image. So starting off, the lyrics were just a lot more abstract, but now we're blending that with intentional storytelling or intentional messages or intentional points. Cameron likes to say, when we sit down to write a song, Cameron's like, what's the point of it? And I think that's a great question to ask. It's like, why are we singing this song?
That could go musically too. Like the music needs to have a point too. It needs to not essentially like go somewhere, but it needs to feel like it's arrived somewhere at least. Like not that like I don't know like there needs to be like a point, obviously with lyrics, but I think it really that idea exists very musically. Like like just having this journey through this song, and it needs to feel like it it is, you have arrived at the end, or and you've gone on this journey. I think those are some of my favorite songs that just feel like they have a purpose, and like the songwriter, it, you can feel his or their energy in the song.
It makes sense, and it's really interesting actually because I've interviewed like a fair few bands and a fair few singers so far, and that's a question that I try and throw at like almost everyone, um, just to get a good idea of where they are at with it. And weirdly, a lot of them go with like writing lyrics before all the music, and I'm more like you guys. I'm very much write the write the music first, and the lyrics will come afterwards. So that's a really interesting way into it.
Yeah, I think just to go off it like one more time, like I think like cuz for me, I feel like, you know, my biggest contribution to the band and to our music is like feels like my singing. And I feel like in order for me to write the best melodies I can, I need music to inspire me to write those melodies. It's very rare, like of course it'll happen. Like sometimes you'll be like dreaming and you'll hear a song in your head while you're dreaming, and you'll wake up and you'll get your voice memo out, and sometimes it happens that way, but for the most part, I really rely on these guys and the music to evoke and inspire me to sing something to it. And then when the melodies come, I can't be thinking about the lyrics too much. It just has to fully be about the vibe. And then that's why the lyrics come later for me.
Sure. Okay. Amazing.
I respect though the process of like journaling and writing lyrics beforehand with no melody. We just haven't had like, I don't know. We don't really operate that way, I guess, in the band. But it is really, it's a state of mind. I think writing like that, you have to be like, I'm gonna write like, and then like incorporate that to a melody later, which is cool. But it's not really our.
We could one day. Yeah. One day.
Well, the thing is like, and I don't know if this is the same for you, but like I struggle with that because it's like I have to have an idea of, am I using rhyming couplets? How many syllables are going into this line and stuff? And for me, that is determined by the phrasing of the music. And so it's really hard for me to then like write a song, um, and then put the music to it afterwards, because you're kind of trying to fight a battle where you're going to potentially have to change the lyrics that you might be really happy with to be able to fit the music, or try and create music that goes around it perfectly. So it's a little bit difficult. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's crazy.
I feel that so much, by the way. Like, oh my goodness, that battle is so real. And sometimes it's like incredibly feels impossible, but then sometimes it just kind of works. And it is a dance between two states of mind. Like I think when you're making those melodies, that is a type of flow. When you're sitting there and writing lyrics, that's a different type of flow, and you're like learning, you're doing both at the same time. It's very hard cuz I'm sure you felt this before. You'll get some lyrics that maybe tell a good story or that you like, and you'll put it in there, but now it's not as vibey, and it doesn't like feel quite the same. You know what I mean?
Off the feeling of the music. It's different. I am about though like David Lynch. I got this from David Lynch and a bunch of other artists like Elliott Smith and stuff. Like if you have a line in your head or you hear something and like out and about at like a pub or wherever, like write that down on a napkin, and save that for later. Like
Yeah.
that's I think you could always like find things out in the world that just click, and like I've used a lot of those as lyrics, but never like I'm not like writing like journaling like oh this is then it's gonna go like this and like it's just more one-liners.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my my iPad decided to update during all of that. That's why I was messing about, but it's just come back online. So
Oh,
great
you're
timing.
fine. You're no
Uh,
worries.
so what I want to do is move on to ask you guys some kind of like generalized music-based questions, and this is for both of you guys to answer individually. I won't kind of harp on too much with them, but so when you're like making music, do you guys do anything to kind of keep yourself grounded?
Yeah, I think the first step is just being together and working on those initial ideas with one another, and honestly being in a space that also feels comfortable. The space, huh? Yeah, cuz like we've written in places before where just the energy doesn't feel right for whatever reason. And I don't know really what that is, but I think getting the right space and, being with the right people, which is, our band. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. I think it's really important to kind of make sure that you almost create like a safe space for yourself around the music as well, in order to kind of make sure that you're not like going in too deep, or maybe even like sense checking each other, that you're not being a little bit too personal and oversharing in your music and stuff, which something that I have a terrible problem with my own music. I'm definitely a little bit too much of a sharer, and I'm very kind of literal with what I'm writing and stuff. So yeah, it's good to keep grounded in that sense, and have people around you that can sense check you. Um, what's a Do you guys have like a favorite non-musical hobby that might kind of surprise your audience outside of, I'm going to say outside of surfing as well here,
Yeah.
guys. So
Um yeah, I think me and Matt are both on the same page on this one, but we love to play video games. We play a lot of video games, probably more than we should. We go through phases though. Like we won't for a while, and then we'll play for like a full week. when we,
what's the go-to?
oh man, well for a while it was DayZ, or Arma, or we like single player games too, like The Witcher and Cyberpunk and kind of like anything. Honestly, we I think we truly are gamers at heart. Like we love a good RPG. We also love a good multiplayer battle royale.
We just started getting into GeoGuessr too.
Yeah, GeoGuessrs are new, a new
Nice.
fix. Yeah.
Does that mean that we might see like your favorite color like Twitch
Yeah,
channel?
I was
Yeah.
saying I was that would like if even if we just hopped on Twitch and just played some GeoGuessr rounds and like people would join and like that would be a vibe for us. I think that's something definitely in the books we want to do.
You should do it. I mean, look, so many people do jump on that. Sorry, Matt. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, no. I was all I. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say we also love playing poker. All of
Poker's,
us.
yeah, good shout. I like that.
Yeah. But anyway,
That
sorry.
No, no, no. It's all good. Yeah, no. I think you guys would do well on Twitch. It's you see so many people doing GeoGuessr as well on there, and just general gaming as well. As long as you can hold a conversation with the audience at the same time, I think you're all set. And I feel like you guys have got that in the bag, so I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Well, honestly, it's a great idea, and I'm glad you're bringing it up because I think that we've talked about it, but I don't know. For me, never took that like mental step, but
I'm down. I'm ready.
I know Cameron's been preaching it for a long time, so I think let's try it. Let's do it. I'm down.
Well, it's a good space to maybe even do some kind of like listening parties and stuff for the band and stuff. It could be like a really
Right.
quite a diverse kind of space for you guys to enter, and then even like push into more like YouTube based content and stuff around that as well, and really expand I guess, the brand of of your
Yeah,
favorite color
yeah.
into beyond the band.
It's definitely storytelling. You'll
Mm.
probably learn a lot about us. We did a lot of live streams on tour, and that those did really well. And we came back and did a lot of live streams from the studio, and those do really well. A lot of people like that content, and I think it'd be cool to extend that content into gaming, or
Nice.
something, even a poker session maybe.
Do it. A live poker session. That'd be class.
Live poker YFC poker night.
Invite other bands in and just take them on. Like,
Yeah.
just wipe it clean of all their tour money.
Yeah, just start cheating too.
Play for riders. Like everyone
Yeah.
just brings an item from their rider, so it's not too serious, and then it's
That's
just
a good
like,
idea. Yeah, somebody
I
might
love
win a bunch of yellow Skittles.
yeah, exactly. Do you guys subscribe to that kind of like making the roadies work for it a little bit, like picking out the colours of skills, or
I feel like if we had the opportunity to put something funny on the rider, we would, but we haven't yet. And I know what it's like too, because I actually worked at a couple venues where I was in charge of going to the store and getting what the band needed on their rider, and it gets really specific sometimes, and it takes multiple stores to go find what they need sometimes. So
I used to put on gigs
Yeah.
as well, and yeah, I've found that we actually did a gig and we didn't bring one of the items on the rider, and we yeah it was hell basically. So, um, so I fully
Kinda
get it, but yeah,
sucks.
having something exactly, having something fun on your rider though, when you get to that point, 100%, like,
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah.
especially if it makes the kind of the people on hand to kind of go and get that chuckle a little bit
Yeah,
about
for
it. I think
sure.
it's always a
Yeah.
good laugh.
They're like, sorry,
Um,
I couldn't get yellow Skittles, and I'm like, it's okay.
yeah, exactly. We're fucking with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, guys, what's been on your personal playlists lately? Any kind of surprising influences that you've been listening to?
Well, yeah, for me, I am such a fan of those just like lo-fi sort of just ambient mood vibe songs. There's this guy I love. His name he goes by Tom C Bumps with a Z, and I just love throwing that on while I drive. Even just getting into like I don't know, just some like some piano instrumentals. Like I just love anything that's gonna help me, like anything that kind of just feels like therapy or like whatever it is. So, yeah, I've been loving that. Cameron?
Yeah. I got recently. I've just been on rotation with this new band, Geese, and then just a bunch of Velvet Underground. I love the Velvet
Nice.
Underground. So yeah, kind of switching
That's
between those two bands right now. And Air. I've been on a Air kick.
nice. Okay, awesome. Just to let you guys know as well, the way that this podcast works is um, every song, every artist you mention, I build a Spotify playlist around the episode, and we release that at the same time. So
Oh, cool.
obviously mention as many of your own songs as possible to get them on the playlist. That's always a good,
Right
a
on.
good one.
Yeah.
But also, Velvet Underground will be on there. Everyone that will get some lo-fi beats on there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I weirdly just started getting super into Primus for no reason.
Just
I
throwing
have
that on
no
there then.
Yeah, well, I'm a huge fan of South Park, and obviously didn't realize till later that Primus was the one who did their intro song. And then I don't know, they just started coming up on my YouTube shorts, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I just started jamming a few songs, and yeah, they're kind of wild. I love bass. I love bass so much. If I wasn't singing, I would be playing bass, and so yeah, I mean, of course, the bass in Primus is kind of unmatched sometimes. So yeah, less Claypool. I'm still learning all the band members' name. I'm like really fresh to them.
What's Cameron's singing voice like? Is there any a chance of you guys maybe swapping for a song at any point in the future, maybe?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Cameron's got a great voice. Cameron is an amazing songwriter. honestly is blowing my mind all the time with the stuff he writes and sings and plays. He's a great guitarist. He's kind of like, you can kind of do everything a bit, bro. You got
I've had time to work on a bunch of different instruments, kind of on my own. So,
To
but
hone the craft a bit.
yeah, exactly. But I do enjoy uh, what this band creates, even when I'm not there. Sometimes some of us can't be there, and they'll come back with a demo, and I just, yeah, I would rather even take a back seat and just want to like mix the song or just like rearrange structure, because what they write too is just it's it's really good sometimes. So yeah.
Nice, nice. I love that. Um, okay, cool. This question is kind of for both of you guys. And it's, what's the first album or artist you remember falling in love with?
um I'd say like the earliest kind of memory that I have of falling in love with music was listening to Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz, like literally
Nice.
like as like a toddler, or like, yeah, literally as like a toddler. So I'd say that was probably my first memory.
My first memory of just falling in love with a band was a band called Wilco from Chicago. I saw them when I was like 7, and it was just a great experience. It's like Americana or alt country vibes, and I was just so young, and I was in the front row, and the singer Jeff Tweedy like shouted me out for some reason. I don't know why, but I was just like, "Whoa, this band is sick!" And yeah, I was just in the front row, and I was like this little kid, and these girls let me at the on the in the front, and I'm as old as his son, so he saw this like little kid up in the front row, and he's just like, oh, like, oh, he's like, you know this next song, and then I'm like, yeah, I know it. He's like, all right, only this kid can sing along like on the next song.
Oh,
But
that's
that,
pretty cool.
yeah, that began my Wilco obsession.
I love that. And do you think those early influences, like, do you still hark back to them, or do you think like your taste has maybe shifted a little bit as well?
I think
No.
both of us still love those artists and those songs. I think they come out in our music even today, for sure.
Nice, nice. I think it's important to always hold on to the. It's funny. I've told so many people this. The first single I ever bought was like "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls. I don't know if that's even a song that reached the States, but like, um, yeah, it's mad, and I still think it's an absolute tune as well. So it's like, what, like, it's mad what influences you, especially as a kid. Um, so yeah, right, guys, a little bit of a fun question here. Let's pretend you both are in a fictional movie about your lives. So my first question is, um, there's a scene where you're both robbing a bank. Can you, between yourselves, decide what song you would want playing over that scene?
So my first thought went to like something by Queens of the Stone Age. You know what I mean? Like um like I don't know, like Feet Don't Fail Me Now or something. Dude, that song goes so hard. Or like Six Shooter. Do you know Six Shooter? Oh, dude, it's crazy. What about you?
Uh, Mine is actually really funny because I've like thought about this, and it was oddly depicted in a movie perfectly in the movie Baby Driver. Uh, I grew up listening to John Spencer's Blues Explosion because my dad. But there's a scene in the beginning where they're literally robbing a bank, and he puts on his headphones and he's listening to Bell Bottoms by John Spencer's Blues Explosion, and that song. I was always like, I want to rob a bank to this song, like actually. And Edgar Wright somehow took that idea out of my head and and actualized it in a movie, which is pretty cool.
That's, I mean, it's a great answer. Yeah, 100%.
But
I agree.
do we need to agree on one though?
No, you know what? I'm going to give you one each on this because you
Okay.
both came you know at it with one each. So I'm happy with that. Let's
Okay.
keep it at
Okay.
that. Okay, so you get to the end of the film and it's the end credits. I'm gonna give you one each again here because I think it's fair. What would you want as your kind of title music?
You go first. I gotta think.
Did we? Was it a happy ending? Did we make it out? Or we? Do you think it's a sad ending? I think.
I mean, you tell me. It's your life. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
it's a happy ending
Right.
to date. So, like, yeah, go happy.
Let's see. That's actually a really tough one.
I got
Ending
it.
credit. Here, you go first. I guess.
Dude, wait. How am I forgetting the name of it right now? Don't let up. You got the music in you. I don't know, something like that.
Radicals.
New
You get
radicals. New radicals. I don't know that. Is that too happy, dude? I just love Surf's Up. Come on, that movie Surf's Up.
that is one of the best songs like ever. By the way,
I
that,
know,
that
right?
is like the bass as well on that. I don't know if you've like. It's mad. It just goes everywhere. But yeah, what a song.
I honestly, I'm gonna second that because that is like that's a perfect movie ender. I think. It's like it's funny because like that is like it's a song from the late '90s, but it feels so like John Hughes like '80s like movie
Mm.
and like 16 Candles or something like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna second that.
Good shout. I
Let's
think
go.
that's one of my favorite songs that as well. So I'm really glad that you've picked that. That's heartwarming for me right there. Let's get a little bit deep with this next question, and so I'm going to caveat it with the fact that it doesn't have to be someone famous. It doesn't have to be anyone that particularly has done something important in life. It can be a family member. It can be your dog. But who is your biggest hero in life?
You want to think about it for a sec, or you want to go first? There's so many great people, I think, that come to mind. It's like it's kind of hard to choose. You got one? Okay, you go first.
This one, this is it took a second for my brain to process, but like in a way, yeah, this guy has definitely been one of the biggest influences, and in his life just means so much to me. But Elliott Smith is just my hero, and his ethos on life, and music and songwriting and just everything. I understand that the most, and it's inspired me a lot. And my dad showed me Elliott Smith, and I'm gonna also second my dad to that, just 'cause yeah, like I can't have one without the other, 'cause I would have never known. So
I love that because you know what we do get like I think 99% of the time we get people saying mum and we never get a dad, and it's really lovely to have someone actually be getting some recognition in for the dads out there as well, especially because they can be quite influential. And Elliott Smith is amazing as well, so great choice. Matt, what about you?
I'm still pondering on it. I might have to join the 90 percenters and just say my mom, because I don't know. She brought me out here to California, and I wouldn't have the life I do without her working so hard. And yeah, she would just do anything for her family and my brother and I and my dad. And yeah, I think she's got to be my hero. She's just got an amazing work ethic, and puts her family first, and I just respect the hell out of her.
I mean, it's a great answer. That's why 90% of people say it, So shout out to your mum, your dad, and Elliott Smith, obviously. Guys, let's start setting, because I'm aware that I've taken up a lot of your time. So we should probably start looking at your dream concert. And the way that we do that is we're going to start by setting the scene. So I don't know, how are you doing this? Are you doing this together or are you doing separate ones? It's fine either way.
Yeah, let's do it together. Let's do it together.
So we're going with like what the venue is first. So don't reveal who you've got on your list as well, because the way we do it is it's like we'll ask you for one artist and then we'll play a game and then we'll do another artist and so on and so forth. So we don't have to throw them all at once. But let's start with setting the scene a bit. What venue are you having it at?
I feel like we gotta go kind of small, be kind of intimate. Like literally, I don't know if this is just 'cause like it's our local spot, but like main stage observatory, maybe. Just because I've seen some of the best shows of my life there, and it feels like big and poppin', but it's not like you're far away. Like it feels really close. But I don't know. Can you? I feel like you got a better one though.
No, that sounds good. I was gonna say like the windmill in in Brighton. Or, yeah, that's like a good. But that's too small. I feel like we'll say we'll say a hometown venue, the observatory main stage.
Nice. Is there a Brighton in California then?
No, no, the one in Europe, in UK.
In the UK. So
Yeah.
I live in Brighton basically. I'm like down
Oh,
the road.
really? It is the windmill is there. Do you know about that venue?
You know what? I've lived here a fair few
It's
years,
small.
and there's a lot of venues. And I don't.
I might be butchering that. Let me see. Make sure.
I mean, they change hands. The independent venues in Brighton change hands like a lot. They tend to be bought up by a different company quite a lot. So
Oh, I'm sorry, Brixton.
in Brixton,
It's in
okay, yeah,
Brixton. It's in
that's
Brixton.
okay. So like
Yeah,
central London, that's fine.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
good
yeah,
shout.
yeah, yeah,
I do actually know Windmill in Brixton,
yeah.
so
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, I was thinking of.
that's all good.
Yeah,
That's all good. I mean, the fact that you still mention where I'm from is, shout out Brighton, guys.
yeah. Shout out Brian. Shout out
Um,
Brixton.
Shout out Brixton, yeah, 100%. Okay, so we're going Windmill. Wait, are we going?
Oh, we're gonna go to the observatory.
Nice.
Venue called the Observatory in Orange County.
And that's an independent venue,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not. It's well, it used to be. During COVID, it got bought by Live Nation. Like
Fair enough. It had to
everything
survive
else.
somehow.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
okay. And then who are you guys taking to your gig? And like, you can populate the whole concert as well. You don't have to have like general population there. You can have
Uh,
all your favorite color fans there, like whatever you want, basically.
I think just I would love just the band. Honestly, like
Nice.
we love showing each other music, and like just to go see shows with guys we write music with is really inspiring, and our girlfriends.
Nice, nice. Like, that would be like still have the venue packed out with other people, yeah, or yeah.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
fully packed, fully packed. But yeah, definitely the boys and our girlfriends. We there's nothing that I love doing more that's also annoying for hopefully not too annoying for anyone around me. But I love just turning to the guys and being like analyzing the hell out of whatever band. I'm like, hey, you see how they did this? You see what they do here? It's like my favorite thing to do. Um, but yeah, packed with the boys and our girls.
Nice. And I was speaking to the Brendan B. Brown, the lead singer of Wheatus. That was the first interview I did, and one of the questions we ask is like, what do you do when you get to the venue? Like, are you going to the bar? Are you buying drinks? And he, like, being a musician and a bit of a kind of a tech head, he was like, no, I'm going straight to the front of the stage and I'm looking at what gear they're using and I'm analyzing it. And so where do you guys fall on that spectrum? Are you going to the bar? Are you merch buyers? Are you just finding a good place to get a good view and settling in?
Yeah, we gotta get a beer. Cameron shouted out Guinness.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going straight to the beer, and then we are then cruising.
I would do that. I would go look at the gear. If there's nobody in the front, I'm definitely gonna go look at the gear, especially if it's a band I really love.
Nice, nice. And where do you guys stand? And this is a debate I've had with many people because some people like to be like, bear in mind it's your dream gig. You can stand wherever you want. You could be on the side of the stage watching from, but the sound isn't that great, or you could be front row, or you could be by the sound booth, a little bit further back. That's kind of my favorite place to be. You know it's going to be good. The view's always good. Where do you guys? Is that where you guys fall?
I think for me, especially at Observatory, if it's bands that like we love, we gotta be in the pit, screaming the freaking songs, dancing, freaking jumping with everybody. Like that's where the best memories of my life we're doing.
It's funny 'cause like I agree, but it's like if I really really like this band and I want to see them, I will probably be by the sound booth, the sound guy, just to get the best sound. I've just seen a lot of my favorite bands. For example, at the Observatory, I saw Dinosaur Jr., and they were so amazing and so loud, and I was in the front, but it was too loud that I couldn't actually even understand what was going on. And then I backed up a little bit, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is way better of a mix. And then at the same time too, it's like I love going crazy in the pit, but you know, as I get older, it's kind of less like less appealing.
It only gets worse from there, mate. Like, I'm
Yeah.
35 and I'm just like edging my way slowly back more and
Yeah.
more, just
It's
trying to be
really
on the edge of the bit.
it's
If once,
really
if,
yeah.
sorry, carry on.
No, you're right. I agree. It's like it's not really a vibe for me anymore. I'd rather really just watch the artists do what they love doing, and they like to analyze it and see, you know, what makes them great.
Yeah, it makes sense. It
So
makes
I guess
sense. Okay.
Cameron's gonna be by the soundboard, and I'm gonna have to just come like grab him a few times, like get the fuck over here.
Just swing your arms until you're in the middle of the pit a
Yeah,
little bit and
yeah.
just jump. That's fair. You
Then
know, you can
we'll
always
let him
meet up.
go eventually.
There's always a lull in certain gigs as well with certain artists that play where they play a couple of acoustic songs where you can maybe meet up and kind of reunite at that point when everything is a little bit calmer. Right. Obviously, only share what you're comfortable with this next question or next few questions. I think it's only next question. But you've obviously played to some amazing audiences. But has there ever been like a really difficult moment behind the scenes that maybe, you know, people don't get a chance to know about that has kind of left it very difficult for you guys to then go out and perform the next day, for example, or something like that?
The only time there's two points that come to mind for me. I think the first one, which was really hard for me physically. Was getting sick while we were on tour, especially singing. Like when we were on tour in Europe, we had a few of the biggest shows of the tour ahead of us, and I just started getting a cough, and that was so incredibly stressful. But with enough rest and water, and luckily some amazing like cough syrup I found just at like a pharmacy in Germany, saved my life, and thank goodness it did, and I was able to go do those shows. But that was super hard and scary to think that, oh my gosh, like what if I'm not able to sing for this show. And then the other time was way back early Your Favorite Color. We played like just this venue, and it was, one of those shows where we're just, still kind of getting started out, and there was just like barely anyone there, and I think that at the time the music we were playing like wasn't super resonating with me, and like I was really relying on like the energy of the people being there to like be our inspo and give us the energy to play live.
Yeah.
But that time there was not the energy from the crowd, and I remember just after that show being like, why am I even doing this? Like this just sucks. That was so, it was playing like a really, really bad show like that was really hard, but it was also such a good learning experience because it was the pivotal moment of me realizing like, you know what? We need to be the source of our own energy for ourselves and for, some of those people out in the crowd who like want to release and, freaking get down too, but they sometimes if the artist is doing it, it helps them kind of get out of their shell too. I have so experienced that. So it was a great pivotal learning moment for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I would second that. Just physical health. It's it takes a toll, like for sure. Like especially doing it every day. Obviously, not complaining. Touring is amazing. Like, wouldn't want to do anything else. But when you're sick, which most of us were on this tour, I was pretty much sick the whole time. Like right at the first leg of the tour, I was sick, and it's crazy because it's like, oh, leading up to it, it's just like it's tough. But then you get on stage and it all disappears for that 40 minutes, whatever, however long you're up there. So it goes away, but that's definitely the hard. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's it could get mentally draining, but it all goes away on stage, and then you just got to recoup after and just get back on your feet. But I mad respect. Like if I'm at a show and they announce that like someone in the band is sick and like they're playing it, I'm just like mad props. Like it's tough. Like
It's difficult. Yeah, we had I don't know if you guys have heard of him. His name's Mitchell J is his handle on Instagram. He's a vocal coach. Deals particularly in the kind of rock vocal techniques and stuff like that. He's works quite heavily with like Hot Mulligan and things like that at the moment.
oh cool.
Um, really lovely guy, but he was saying that the one thing that he always deals with as a vocal coach is having to help singers overcome things like vocal fatigue or
Yeah.
having a cold on tour, which is, you think like, we say like having a cold like it's something small, but to a singer, for example, Matt, like, yeah, it's gonna floor you, and it's gonna make it real difficult to do your job, especially if you are the kind of singer that really kind of pushes their voice to kind of maybe go up the register a little bit, maybe hit the falsettos. You know, it's your instrument. So um yeah, I fully understand that, and as someone who is also a kind of a singer, not maybe as good as you, Matt, but aspiring. It's definitely hit me a few times. I'm actually a little bit ill at the moment. You could probably hear my voice is a little bit hoarse. Have been screaming along to a couple of songs as well. I'm very much in a pop punk phase of just listening to stuff and just like
Yeah.
belting it out and not really caring about my voice. Um, but yeah, I fully understand it.
Well,
Um,
if that guy helps Hot Mulligan, I mean, he's probably pretty good.
you know what? He actually got us to do some. Well, I made him do some vocal techniques with us, just free lesson, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I think the hardest thing about it is like having the confidence just to do stuff with your voice that essentially sounds really silly or makes you feel like you're being really fucking weird, and still having the ability, and we do it on the podcast.
That's cool.
And
We should check that one out.
it goes terribly, I'm not gonna lie. Like you can see the exact point that me and my co-host are like, we're in our own heads about it a little bit and we're overthinking it, so we're just like, and he's like, you need to find the breaking point between your falsetto and your normal range and kind of um oscillate between the two, and it doesn't go well. He's
Yeah.
amazing, we're not.
Matt's
um
really good at that. Matt's really good at getting all those techniques. He would spend like the better part of the 40 minutes before we'd go on stage just with his vocal warm up. He has like this water bottle that he sings into.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, like not a sponsor or anything, but yeah, there's this guy. I can't remember his name, but he's got this like water bottle type contraption. It's similar to like blowing through a straw into a glass of water, if you've ever seen that technique. But yeah, that thing weirdly has like, it is so good for warm ups, and it's also so good just for strengthening your voice, and like pairing that with um like with your regular warm ups and drinking a ton of water the night before, because like I didn't know this, but my vocal coach told me that when you drink a bunch of water, you're not going to feel the hydration of it till the next day. So it was important for me to like drink a ton of water the night before. And then yeah, that Dr. Vox or Dr. Vokes thing
mm.
is incredible. I think for you or for anyone listening, seriously, I would just go check it out, 'cause it's helped me a ton with.
I'm definitely gonna check it out, because yeah, there's been plenty of times where I'm just like, I know my range is this big, but I am struggling right now, and I it's because I know that I don't warm up ever. So
It's a,
100%.
it's a- it's a chill way to warm up, really. It's like 15 minutes of just like singing like into a straw basically, and you control the water pressure of like how much water is in there, and the more water you put in, the more resistance you get. And so you can kind of like build up your resistance, and it's like as you're singing, it's like it's almost like a lip trill, like, but like your mouth is open and the straw, and it's like vibrating straight to your vocal cords. So your vocal cords are getting this like resistance. It's really cool. For sure, check it out if you think that would be good for you.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And everyone else, obviously, if you're an aspiring vocalist, go and check it out. It's obviously well worth it. All right, guys. If you could collaborate with anyone right now, dead or alive, who do you think you'd choose?
I was literally just thinking about this the other day, and I don't know why it's so hard for me to pick somebody. Damon. Oh yeah, that would be insane. Yeah. Damon Albarn from Gorillaz, Blur. Yeah, that would be kind of all time. Is it too basic to say Rick Rubin?
I mean, that's more.
'Cause he just seems like he just has the magic in him. He just seems like that wizard. I want to see
I
what
feel
the
like
wizardry is all about.
exactly, yeah. You gotta make sure it's not just parlor tricks, you know. Yeah, 100%. Cameron, are you along that lines as well?
Yeah, yeah. I would. I'm on Gorillas. I think that having a
Nice.
song with Gorillas would be insane. Like,
I second that. I
Yeah,
second
Damon,
that. That can be our choice.
it's a good choice. It's a good choice. Lads, let's play a game quickly before we start talking about your first band of your dream concert. So
let's do it.
this game's called the Sacred Three. The idea is that you. Oh, do I let you do this? You can decide whether you're going to do this individually or together. Completely up to you. You're allowed to keep one song, one album, and one artist's whole catalog for the rest of your life, but everyone else is deleted. So to give you a quick idea of what that looks like, all these things that I've done by the Killers as the song, the Beatles as the artist, or and definitely maybe by Oasis as the album.
Okay.
Um, what would you guys go with? Are you doing it individually as well, or are we?
We could do it individually. So it's artist. Oh wait.
So it doesn't matter what order you do it in, but song, artist,
Oh, song.
album.
Okay. Let's see. Art for artist, I would for their entire discography, I'd have to go with Elliott Smith. For album, I'm gonna go with Yankee Hotel Foxtrot by Wilco. And song, I would have to go with one song. I'm gonna go with "Sexy Boy" by Air because that song gets me just riled up. "Sexy Boy" by
Nice,
Air. Yeah.
nice.
So I'd say for me, the song would be "On Melancholy Hill" by Gorillaz. The album would be I think it's like Amadeus Wolfgang by Phoenix. Um, Let me just make sure I'm fully saying the name right, 'cause I just want to be sure. Yeah, Amadeus Wolfgang, or Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix for the album, and then for artist, oh, that's a tough one. Let's just go with Oasis. Fuck it. Let's just go.
It's a
Let's
good
just
choice.
run that, bro. We're in good
I mean,
hands.
you're gonna have a lot of people agreeing with you there, so don't worry about that. Right, guys, let's talk about your first act. Some people don't like me saying like support act because sometimes people bring out three legends to this gig. So it's up to you how it goes, but it's the first act of the evening at the observatory. Who is the first act that you guys are bringing out?
Yeah,
So we'll do like proper like opening act,
Nice.
and then second opener, and then headliner. And
Nice.
Matt could pick the headliner. But for opening act, I think it'd be crazy to get Nick Drake with a full band. Play with like I want like I at least like some type of orchestra or whatever quartet behind him, and just I think that would be a immaculate vibe to see Nick Drake open a show.
I love that. I love. Okay,
Yeah.
and what encore song would they go for?
Oh man, probably anything. Cello song. Yeah, cello song. That would
Nice.
be an amazing ender for that. And then we can decide on what do you think after that. That's
Before
just
you go into
vibes.
the,
Like, oh yeah. You go.
let me. Yeah, I've got a couple more questions, and then I'll
Okay,
I'll prompt you for the next bits. Okay, awesome. So Nick Drake and string quartet and cello song. Nice, nice. Okay, I love that. I'm gonna rattle through a few quick questions because I'm quite aware of time, and I've got a load of stuff to ask you. So, um, if you could swap your lives with any magician, you don't want to be a magician,
David Blaine.
musician, yeah,
Penn and
good
Teller.
shout. Cool. Let's move on. Any musician for a day, who would you guys choose?
I think it'd be kind of fun to be Julian Casablancas for a day.
Good shout.
I'm gonna go with Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice, nice.
That guy probably lives a crazy life.
And if you guys had to create, your own supergroup, let's say it's you guys in the band for sure, but you want to create a supergroup around you, who are you bringing in?
Do you have any musicians in mind? I could probably rip off.
Yeah, you go.
Let's see. For on drums, we'll get Glenn Kochi from Wilco because he's versatile and he can pretty much do anything we needed. Do you have a bass player, or do you want me to say a bass player? We're gonna go with Jocko on bass, guitar.
I feel. God,
We got a great rhythm section already.
great rhythm section. Dude, I'm blanking on the name, but maybe like the guitarist from like The Cure, like maybe.
Not Robert Smith or the guitar player. Oh, you mean Johnny Marr from Smith?
Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Yeah. Sorry, I meant Johnny Marr. My bad.
Johnny Marr.
Yeah, that's a gangster for sure. And then Liam Gallagher backup vocals. He's gonna love that.
No,
They
we'll
are
just get him
going
on
to-
tambourine. We'll just get him on tambourine.
He's going to cause an argument early doors in that supergroup, but I love it. That kind of works. We can. I'll put a call in and see what we can do.
Johnny Marr with Liam Gallagher.
They're going to lock horns so badly as well.
That's gonna be part of the show.
Perfect. Yeah.
We'll have a boxing match, right? With it. We'll just have like a full on like war, like choose your weapon, like bass, guitar, drumstick.
Nice. Okay, cool. Let's talk about the main support act then. So second act of the evening, main support to the headline. For your dream gig, who are you guys bringing out?
I just was thinking back to like the best acts I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, Queens of the Stone Age was so sick live. But I don't know if you agree with that.
I agree. I just you could choose anybody.
I know. I know. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like every show I've seen. Oh, Dead or Alive though. All right, here, you go.
Oh no. Well. Oh man, it would be a strange vibe, and obviously this band is still alive. But what do you think about The Cure? Direct support. Yeah.
Yes, agree.
Yeah, The Cure.
What if I gave you guys the option to bring, like, either The Cure or Queens of Stone Age are able to bring out someone else for a quick song before the encore? Does that change anything at all?
Actually, that would. I feel like Robert Smith wouldn't mind having uh, what's his face from Queens. Do you know John? It's Oh man, why am I blanking on his name? I feel like that. Yeah, it's Josh Homme, Josh Homme.
Yeah, from Queens.
Yeah,
Singer?
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if he came out with The Cure, that would actually be a really cool fit. I don't think Robert Smith
I
would
feel like
hate
that
that.
could happen.
Yeah, I
That
feel
that
it.
that literally seems like something that could
Right.
potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So what song are they playing before the main encore? They're gonna do a song together. What they're playing?
It's tough. Like Lullaby would be crazy if Josh was got on that. Yeah, Lullaby by The Cure. If
Nice.
they ended with that and had Josh come out and like do some guitars and or like even sing a verse. That seems on par. Lullaby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And so, is that the final encore for their performance, or are they gonna maybe get rid of Josh afterwards and be like, no, you know what, let's do our own encore now?
Yeah, that's I guess if The Cure was gonna do an encore, it'd be really cool if they came out and just went straight into Hanging Gardens.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
crazy drum intro.
Yeah, it's gotta
Be
like
sick.
a jam.
Yeah, Hanging Gardens. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Hanging Gardens.
Okay, I've got a choice of two games, and I'm gonna let you guys pick which game we play. So one's called Play Repeat Delete. It's Shag Marry Kill but with bands.
Right.
The other one is called Death Row Setlist, and with that one you have to imagine you're on death row and you have to pick 3 songs: one for nostalgia, one to rage out to, and one to go out peacefully to. What game do you want to play? Very different in vibes there. So
Yeah. What do you think? The Death Row one kind of sounds interesting. But
let's do that.
okay.
gonna do that. Let's do Death Row Setlist. Okay, cool. So we're looking for one. You can both give me answers to this. One song for nostalgia, one song to rage out to. You're in your cell. You need to rage out, and one song you're about to ascend.
Right.
um,
Literally.
going out peacefully.
Yeah.
Life's final encore. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go. I'll spit fire really quick. So, well, and no, I guess I'll start with a Rage song by Rage Against the Machine. Bulls on Parade. I feel like if I'm in a cell, I want to be sticking it to the man, and so I'm gonna go with Bulls on Parade.
It's a good shout. We either get that or Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit as
Yeah,
our
Break
our,
Stuff would be
our
great.
main two. But yeah, great
Yeah.
shout.
Yeah, that, and then what was the first one? It was the song
Like nostalgia.
nostalgia. Let's see. That one I'm gonna go with. Man, we were just listening to the Shins yesterday. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. No, what's the main one?
They have a few hits. The one we were listening to off that one record, but I think
Yeah.
the biggest one was like la 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 la.
What's that song?
Australia.
Australia. Yeah, Australia is a good. The Shins are just very nostalgic to both Matt and I, and I think that brought up some memories. So I think yeah, Shins, Australia, Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade, and I'm gonna go with I think it's Ascension by Brian Eno, for
Good shout.
literally ascending. Yeah, actually anything by Brian Eno. They're like, what song? I'm like, just put anything on. Just put anything Brian Eno or Fripp have touched. Like, yeah, yeah, anything by Brian Eno. I think Ascension. I think is a song that I think I would want.
Nice.
So for nostalgia, I don't know, probably like, since we're on death row, like let's go like My Chemical Romance, and Yeah. Oh my gosh. The name of the song is fading from me. Wait, let me look real quick. Let me look really fast. I have to look. I can't get the name wrong. Um, I can't believe we've covered this song. I can't even believe I forget. I think it's gotta be I Don't Love You. I Don't Love You by My Chemical Romance for nostalgia.
Great song.
Um, for raging, I'm drawing kind of a blank a little bit. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, might as well just let's just go. Let's just do a Primus song. I think my name is Wood. Um, I'd probably say like Lacquerhead by Primus, and
Nice.
then for ascending, I'm like having to like go through like my playlist real quick. Or descending.
See, this is where
Oh,
I
you know
pick.
what? Oh, I got it. I freaking got
Go
it.
on.
Fade Away by Revolution.
Nice.
Some
Okay, cool.
some reggae. That song feels
Nice.
great.
See, for me, this is where I always hark back to Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley, because I just feel like get the feels in, not not a dry eye in the place.
That would be so tough. I'd be thinking way too much. I feel like that's why I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, it needs to be like instrumental type, 'cause like I'll just be in my head and where I need to like close my eyes and just like I
Let
don't
it
know.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel that. Okay, well, thank you. That's your death row set list. Very very
yeah,
revealing as well. So thank
for
you.
sure.
Um, guys, let's do your headline act.
You got this.
Oasis.
Nice. Okay, cool. Oasis. I mean, I normally ask here like why, but that's a silly question with Oasis. Like,
Can we say like 1996 Oasis?
you can say it's your dream gig. You can have
Yeah,
any era
I
Oasis.
would say like late 90s Oasis for sure.
Okay. And with our headline acts, we always allow them to bring out a guest for one song before the end. I know we did it with the last one, but I'm going to do it for this one too. So, what's a collab that you'd love to see there, even if it's wild?
Yeah. Matt just whispered this, and it's a great one. John Lennon. Get John Lennon.
Nice. Oh my
Yeah.
god, they would die.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be so happy.
Get John
Um,
Lennon to come out and do "I'm the Walrus."
nice. Okay, yeah. I feel like they would like quit music after that. Like, yeah, we've
That's
completed it.
the gig to
Um,
end all gigs.
yeah. Okay, and so John Lennon, like, I guess floats off to heaven again after he's done "I'm the Walrus"
Right.
with Oasis, and it's time for Oasis's final encore of the evening.
Yeah, I guess I they probably play this early on. There's so many good ones. I think we're gonna go with Supersonic though. Just
Nice.
feels yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Supersonic.
Supersonic's a good shout.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to end a gig.
Yeah.
Also, fuck if they played it like earlier. It's your dream gig. You can have it wherever you want in the
Yeah.
concert. So.
Maybe twice. We play it twice.
Or
Nice. Yeah.
if they play it twice, or honestly, if John Lennon does come out, because they like to close with that, right? So just go like I Am the Walrus closer with John Lennon, but then like obviously they gotta play Supersonic.
Like switch it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, actually, we'll say they're gonna end the show with John Lennon out there doing "I Am the Walrus," and then but right before that they'll end the Oasis solo gig with Supersonic.
Nice. Nice. I love that. Well, guys, you've completed your dream gig. You're honorary members of the Encore Club. Um,
Hell yeah!
thank you
Honestly,
so much for sharing
thank you.
with me. Before you go, I've got really quick fire would you rathers, and they're ridiculous. So I'm going to rattle through them. Just would you rather, and then you just tell me which one you're picking. I've got a few of them, and then after that, maybe you can let the audience know what you got coming up, what you guys have got coming on, and we'll go from there. But let's start with the would you rathers. So This is for both of you, so you can both answer like individually on this. But would you rather open for your favorite band of all time, but only play to 50 people, or headline a sold-out arena, but no one knows your songs?
I'm gonna go with playing with my favorite band of all time to 50 people.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll second that. I think that's the move.
Saying it out loud, I feel like that's probably where I would go to. So fair enough. Okay, would you rather your tour bus always smelled like old pizza or wet socks?
Ours is smelling like both.
Let's just go pizza.
Yeah, pizza. I could fall asleep to some stinky pizza.
That's fair. That's fair. Just a little slab of pizza under your pillow at night. Would you rather write a hit song that becomes a wedding staple or a karaoke anthem?
Karaoke anthem.
Yeah, karaoke anthem. But having a song that's a wedding staple is kind of sick too. But I think karaoke, just 'cause I don't know. I don't. it's like less sentimental, but it's more like, oh, everybody knows this one. Like,
We have a local bar we go to in Huntington, and like we go to do karaoke's like every other Saturday or whatever. And there's nothing better than just getting like piss drunk with your friends and just ripping some karaoke. What? Yeah, the Irishman in Huntington Beach. Shout out. That is like our
Shout
favorite,
out the
our favorite
Irishman.
bar.
Amazing. I think as well, you guys have probably got it in you to do a kind of killer's move and do like a Mr. Brightside that's popular at weddings and karaoke, and then you're kind of laughing, aren't you? Both available. Just a couple quick ones to round it off then. Would you rather play a gig where everyone was dressed as clowns or a gig where everyone just silently stares at you?
Clowns.
clowns.
Okay, cool. And finally, would you rather be able to collaborate with The Cure in their prime or The Killers now?
Cure in their prime. Love the Killers, but
Cure in their prime. If you said Killers in their prime, that would have been maybe a little harder, maybe, but I don't know. I mean, it's still a legendary act to do it now, but definitely Cure in their prime.
Nice. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please, before you go, let everyone know what you've got going on, anything that's coming up, the music that's recently been released. Go for it. The mic's yours.
Yeah, thank you. So we just put out a few singles. We've been just rapid firing singles. Our most recent one was one called Last Dance. Kind of that emotional acoustic song for anyone who's looking for that. And then a song called Where Did It All Go Wrong? Kind of like a washed up vibe track about not knowing what went wrong in your life. So that's great. And then we got a new song coming out called Heaven Knows. Should be out in just a week or so, and maybe 2 weeks. And then we got a whole bunch of music that we are working on right now, and hopefully gonna be the next album. So we're working on that right now.
Lovely. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone, go and find them on socials. Go and follow them. Listen to their music on Spotify. It's amazing. And Matt and Cameron, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an honor to have you on the Encore Club.
Thank you so much for having us. This was a great time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Lovely. Guys, thank you.